Buddy Ponton. I've been here in the Corolla area since, lived here full time since '61. I came down here haul seining on the beach. It's a type of fishing where you set the net around schools of fish, hopefully. I fish crab pots in the sound, generally cause havoc.
I'm Hadley. I basically just sit around and listen to this guy tell stories that are way cooler than mine will ever hope to be. But I also run a little kayak and boat shop up here in Corolla and try and take people out on the sound. And if Buddy's out on the water, I tell him about the dirty old man who they need to be afraid of, who's out there on a boat. The beach conditions go in the summertime. General rule of thumb is west wind will make the water colder and it'll get that brownish tint to it.
It'll be muddy water too.
And muddy water. And then the east wind will usually make the water have that nice blue-green tint to it, and it'll make it a lot warmer. So if you've ever been down for a week and you realize one day it's absolutely beautiful and looks like the Caribbean, and the next day you feel like you're up somewhere in the Arctic, that's the reason for it. It's usually going to be that wind switch. So east wind is usually the best wind for a beach day.
Yeah. And another thing that's that's called a upwelling. When you get the east wind, it blows the surface water in to the beach, and your bottom water is going offshore, so the surface water is in the sun, and it's sucked up the wave action, and it's a lot warmer. Whereas when the west wind, it's blowing that surface water to sea, and you're actually getting the bottom water in there.
It's over on the sound side, and Buddy knows this better than I do, but east wind, typically what it does is it blows the water away from us and blows it toward the mainland, so it makes our water level go down. And the west wind will usually blow the wind toward us and stack it up against our coastline so it goes up. All of our tides up here in the Currituck Sound are actually wind driven. They're not lunar driven like the tides over on the ocean side. So it fluctuates. It can fluctuate about 2 or 3 feet, and with the extremes, what would you say, Buddy? Goes from bone dry on a hard northeast to absolutely flooded on a hard west.
Yeah. Yeah, hard west is for sound activities. You have a lot more water to, like if you're kayaking, you can get all up in the creeks and everything else. Small boats, but if you're on northeast, you can still get in a lot of the creeks and everything, but there's less water in the creeks. For fishing or crabbing, as long as you can get off the boat ramp, or if you rent from somebody, whoever you're renting from, like Hadley, she's gonna know what the conditions are that day, and she'll definitely be able to tell you whether it's gonna be a good day for going kayaking or going crabbing, fishing. She's a fishing guide, and crab